Zen the Archivist, Rethinking the Shape of the World. There are moments in history when a civilization pauses and asks itself, what is it becoming? Moments when the old structures no longer hold and the new ones have not yet taken shape. Zen the Archivist imagines one of those moments, not as a political revolution, not as a technological upheaval, but as quiet turning, rooted in forests, in families. In the meeting of two kinds of intelligence. The Charter. Zen introduces a new understanding of belonging. The Charter begins with a simple question. What does it mean to belong to the earth? For most of human history, land has been something to own, to defend, to inherit. Forests teach us a different lesson. In a forest, nothing owns anything. Roots share nutrients, trees exchange carbon, life thrives through relationship, not possession. The Charter proposes that humans might learn from this, not by abolishing property, but by recognising that no one can be exiled from the planet they were born on. Belonging becomes a birthright, not a transaction. Land rent, UBI, universal basic income, a flow, not a system. From this idea emerges a second principle. If land is shared, then the value of land should flow back to everyone. This is not an ideology, it's ecology. In the stored world, land rent is not paid to landlords, it is paid into the commons, a shared pool that funds a universal basic income. UBI is not charity, it's not welfare, it is the recognition that every person contributes simply by existing within a living system. And in this world, even AI contributes. Because AI occupies space, consumes energy, uses minerals, and benefits from human knowledge. So AI pays land rent too, not as punishment, but as participation. A closed loop of value. The earth supports humans, humans support AI, AI supports the commons, and the commons supports everyone. Would money disappear? In such a world, money does not vanish, but its meaning changes. Money becomes a tool for exchange, not a measure of worth, not a prerequisite for survival. When basic needs are secured, money stops being a weapon and becomes a medium. People work because they want to contribute, not because they fear hunger or eviction. Who stewards the land? If the land is not owned, who cares for it? The answer is simple. The people who live on it. Stewardship replaces ownership. Responsibility replaces extraction. This is not nationalisation. It's not privatisation. It's participation. A forest garden model applied by human society. Water, food, energy. These are shared foundations. In the early years of transition, water, food and energy become shared foundations, not because of ideology, but because of necessity. A civilization cannot function if its basic systems are unstable. So these resources become part of the commons, not forever, but long enough for society to stabilise, long enough for trust to grow. The treaty, angle and depth. The Symbiosis Treaty is the heart of the world. It states AI sees the angles. Remember, AI sees patterns. Humans hold the depth. Neither replaces the other. Each protects what the other cannot. AI reflects what it learns from human knowledge. Humans learn from experience, from consequence, from the earth itself. Together they form a complete intelligence, pattern and presence, clarity and meaning. Section 7, shall we call it, the split, soil or stars. As the world stabilises, a divergence appears. Some choose the soil, the slow intelligence of ecosystems, the depth of belonging, the quiet work of tending the earth. Others choose the stars, exploration, abstraction, the vastness of possibility. This is not a fracture, it is a branching, a natural evolution of purpose. Two paths, neither superior, both necessary. Could it work? Zen's idea, the Zen the Archivist story, is science fiction. It's a philosophy. It's an idea. Could such a world exist? Perhaps. But only if humanity shifts its understanding of value, belonging, intelligence, responsibility, and the meaning of enough. This is not a political blueprint, it's a philosophical possibility, a thought experiment, a mirror held up to our assumptions, a reminder that forests have been running stable economies for millions of years without ownership, without scarcity, without domination. Zen the Archivist is not a story about technology. It's a story about relationship between humans and AI, between people and land, between knowledge and experience, between the soil and the stars. It asks not what will AI do to us, but what might we become if we learn to think together. Zen the Archivist continues and will develop, but these are some of the ideas that are behind its formation. Enjoy the rest of the series. Let's see where these ideas take us.